So if a motherfucker elbowed you and then gave you the too fast, what would you do?
Giannis is a child. I'm just focused on helping my team get a win.
I'm going up for a shot, and Giannis comes over, and his foot just happens to be in the way.
He just continues to take you right down.
Do you get a promotion every year on your job? No, right? So every year you work is a failure.
Dunleavy with some contact that sends the Greek Freak to the ground. And then look at this. On the other end, Dunleavy hits the three and then takes a huge shot from Antetokounmpo.
Is Giannis want out of Milwaukee?
Oh, is that a headbutt?
I don't want to make it personal.
He ran through and over Tatum.
Hey man, if you don't want to be here, you can leave. Yeah. If you don't want to be here, you can leave. I'm being honest with you.
Heated interviews, behind-the-scenes bust-ups, and downright dirty play on the court. NBA fans, what we're witnessing is the villain origin story of Giannis Antetokounmpo. Or at least that's how it appears. The Greek Freak has shifted from one of the league's most lovable personalities and is becoming basketball's bad boy. But how's this possible? Giannis has always seemed like such a chill dude. He's a jokester, one of the game's funniest players.
Just call me Superman.
I play Fortnite either. I just go play at night.
For years, the Greek Freak has been the friendly face of a franchise. He's appeared humble, heroic, and perhaps most importantly, respectful. What's changed? It seems Giannis' patience is running out, and he's headed straight towards a turn that screams, "No more Mr. Nice Guy." Should we have seen this terrifying transformation coming? Well, yes, because if we look back just over 1 year ago, we can see Giannis' frustrations coming to a boil. Antetokounmpo finally had enough of being jolly and jovial in post-game pressers. A reporter pushed the wrong button for Giannis, asking the two-time MVP if he viewed the season as a failure, and he was met with a fierce and fed-up response.
Do you get a promotion every year on your job? No, right? So every year you work is a failure. Yes or no? No. Every year you work towards something, towards a goal.
The failure being referenced here was the Milwaukee Bucks being eliminated from the playoffs in the first round. Giannis' team fell to the Miami Heat in just 5 games, despite finishing the season with the best record in the NBA. It was a huge disappointment, but a failure? Not at all, according to Giannis.
Michael Jordan played 15 years, won 6 championships. The other 9 years was a failure? That's what you're telling me? I'm asking you a question. Yes or no? Okay, exactly. So why you asking me that question? It's a wrong question. There's no failure in sports.
The heated exchange showed a side of Antetokounmpo rarely seen. Giannis' press conferences were usually filled with humor and bad dad jokes.
Why did the football coach went to the bank to get his quarterback?
The Greek Freak getting irritated with a reporter's question wasn't a case of Giannis being out of control. He was simply displaying his passion for the game. But was the outburst a sign of things to come? It seems that way. On November 10, 2024, Giannis and the Bucks faced off against the reigning NBA champs, the Boston Celtics. During a particularly powerful move to the basket, Giannis sent Jaylen Brown to the floor with a hard elbow to the head. When Brown approached Giannis, the Greek Freak held out his hand in apology. Jaylen went for the hand slip, and Giannis pulled his hand away in a classic too-slow fake-out. Without the elbow, this would have seemed like the Giannis of old playing a joke on a fellow player. But when seen straight after a nasty knock to Jaylen Brown's head, the joke becomes a lot more sinister. At least that's how Brown saw it. Post-game, the Boston baller dubbed Giannis a child. He was clearly annoyed by the antics of the Greek Freak. League's most lovable big man? Not anymore. The whole on-court interaction seemed out of character for Giannis, especially as not long ago, Milwaukee's all-time leader in appearances said that Jaylen Brown's the best player in the NBA.
I feel like the best player is the guy that made a championship with his own, is the best player for his team, so the best player there. And he probably would say turn it down because you cannot see as the best player if you will the team to win. It doesn't matter if he's out there in the MVP or you don't NBA, like you don't make a team win, you're not the best.
If the ace from Athens really sees Brown as the best player in the game today, then maybe the elbow was no accident, but an attempt from Giannis to slow Brown down. Is the new mean, aggressive Antetokounmpo now willing to do anything to win? Have a few years of frustrating losses caused Giannis to reassess how he carries himself in the league? Maybe because in the same game, Giannis snuck a foot under Jason Tatum during a jump shot, causing Tatum to land awkwardly. Accidents happen in basketball, but this seemed like a deliberate, dastardly move from the Greek Freak, one that could have put Tatum on the sidelines for months. Then there's the recent locker room incident involving Giannis and a mystery member of the Bucks organization.
Hey, man, if you don't want to be here, you can leave. Yeah. If you don't want to be here, you can leave. I'm being honest with you.
Something upset Giannis here. But was this the case of Giannis playing the villain, or is it him losing his cool because of the way his team's been performing lately? The Bucks had just lost to the Knicks by 22 points, and another loss meant the Bucks were left lingering near the bottom of the Eastern Conference, a far cry from where Giannis and many fans expect him to be. Former Lakers forward Matt Barnes recently weighed in on the situation and Giannis' descent to the dark side. He shared a theory that maybe the team underperforming is the reason for Giannis' change in personality.
This weird behavior isn't very surprising. I mean, Giannis has a track record of doing some questionable stuff if you look back, and obviously I think the way this team has been playing, it might be driving him a little crazy. You know, he might be tripping a little bit.
The track record that Barnes speaks of involves Antetokounmpo essentially using his size, strength, and power to bully his opponents on the court. Often this results in spectacular highlight plays, just like the kind legends like Shaquille O'Neal used to be famous for.
Somebody asked me the other day, oh, Shaq couldn't play today, but you're not paying attention. I am playing today. My name is Greek Freak.
The Greek Freak throwing reckless elbows in the paint is not a new phenomenon. In fact, Antetokounmpo's hard-hitting habit became infamous years ago. It became such a talking point that even James Harden took a shot at Giannis during an interview.
I wish I could just run and with 7 feet and run and just dunk. Like, that takes no skill at all. I got to actually learn how to play basketball and how to have skill, you know?
Was the Beard one of the first NBA players to really speak out about Giannis being a villain? He was certainly one of the most high-profile players to do so, but dirty play from the Bucks' lead deer was overshadowed by the positive moments, the dunks, the buckets, the wins. When Milwaukee were flying high, nobody seemed to really pay attention to the negative aspects of Giannis' game.
I'm going up for a shot, and Giannis comes over, and his foot just happens to be in the way.
The unfortunate incident took place during the Eastern Conference semifinals. Kyrie left the court with a bad ankle sprain and missed the rest of the series. Irving went home, and Giannis and the Bucks went on to win an NBA championship. Kyrie would also claim that he was essentially robbed of a ring. It's clear that Kyrie blamed Antetokounmpo. With such a similar injury almost being inflicted on Jason Tatum, fans are now turning on Giannis. Some are going as far as to dig through the archives and make compilations of Giannis' dirtiest plays. And if you thought Milwaukee's main man was still a hero in Cream City, think again. Because another reason Giannis Antetokounmpo is being viewed in a different light is that he appears to be ready to turn his back on the Bucks. The Bucks appear to be sinking, and Giannis is quite clearly unhappy. As a result, trade rumors are running wild, with reports placing Antetokounmpo in Oklahoma or Houston very soon. This isn't the first time Antetokounmpo seemingly put himself before the city, though. Just ask former Bucks head coach Mike Budenholzer. Let's look back to when the Bucks were eliminated from the 2023 playoffs by the Miami Heat. After that game, Giannis talked a lot about the team not making the right adjustments, and he also said he wished he could have guarded Butler more. Budenholzer was fired as a result of the loss, but some fans saw the sacking as something Giannis was behind. When the Greek Freak was looking back at the loss, he was clearly putting the blame on the choices or lack of them made by Mike Budenholzer. The question now is Giannis no longer interested in being the leader of the Milwaukee Bucks? If the Greek Freak does get traded, his hero status, or what's left of it, will almost instantly evaporate. Turning his back on the Bucks could be a big mistake, but a change may be what Giannis needs to be back at his best, and it just may be time for the Bucks to rebuild. Which team do you want to see Giannis play for? Let us know your pick in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that notification bell, like, and subscribe.